Hey folks, got a lawnmower running in the background, so hopefully you can hear me alright. So, it's next day. Monster's nice and dry. So, plug the batteries back in and stick the key in, turn it on, see if I get an error code. Much better. So apparently I got something wet. Okay, now today's really the last day I have to work on this. Because warm weather's coming up, so I want to get it drivable, and then it's going to cool off again. So I'll continue with my work at that point. But for now, my goal is to get my new camera power supply all hooked up and ready to go. Really looks bare without the seat sitting on there. Nothing on the back. Oh. I don't know if I'll put the slow moving vehicle triangle back on today or not. I should, I guess. Monster actually looks kind of nice all cleaned up. So, anyways, I want to get working on this, so I will get this started and see how things go. I don't think I've explained this yet. I have a bunch of pictures of how I modified this. This is my USB strip. It's got 7 ports on it. I've been using, I don't even know where it is now, it's over there somewhere. I've been using a lighter socket with an adapter that plugs in. It's got 2 USB ports on it. I've always been limited to 2, and I think I brought that up when I put the Christmas lights on the Monster. Took up one of the ports. So this one's got 7, so if I use multiple cameras I can power them all. I don't have to worry about batteries. I took this apart and modified it. Actually, I guess I should say each one turns on individually, so not all the ports are powered all at once. Just turn them on as I need them, and each one has its own light to let you know which one's on. So I did modify this, and the reason for that is this is meant for a computer. You can put external hard drives in here if you want. So it's got the ground and the power on the outside, and the 2 inside connections are data lines. Well, these cameras, if you plug them into here, it sees the data lines and it assumes you're plugging into a computer. So it tries to go into PC mode, which is no good for use on the Monster because you can't record that way. So what I did was I opened this up, and I do have some pictures of the process of doing that. And what I did was the circuit board that's in here, I just kind of cut all the data lines so nothing's connected to the ports itself. So if the camera gets plugged in, it shouldn't see the data lines. It should be an open circuit. So you need the chargers that you plug into. Of course, everything's in the way. Like this one here. All it sees is the power supply. So all it does is charge the camera. It doesn't see the data line. So that's kind of what I made this into. It's just positive and negative. So that's what I'm going to be using. And it's going to be in here, mounted upside down. So it is not going to get rained on. I got end caps that'll go on the end of it, and any water that comes down. And this wire here will also be out the bottom, so if rain comes down the wire, because the wire will be up at the roll bar, water comes down the water comes down the wire, it'll just drip off. It won't go uphill into here. So that's my plan for that. I had a heck of a time figuring out how I was going to mount this. So basically, I'm going to screw this up onto the roll bar like that, and then I'm using this pipe strapping. I'm going to zip tie this onto it. That's the only way I can figure out how to do it. And I'm going to use a piece of weather stripping across here to keep things from rattling, because it's not going to be, this obviously isn't going to be completely tight because I can't put a zip tie through the middle of it. I might be able to. I'll check and see. And the screws will go through here and it'll hold everything in place. I also put a momentary contact switch on here because the strobe light, which doesn't seem to want to work with the button at the front, I'm going to put the button at the back here. So I'll still use the handlebar switch to turn it on and off, but the actual button to change the flash pattern will be back here. The wires will be shorter. Hopefully that solves the problem. And I'm hoping, because that's really annoying. I have no idea what's causing that. I searched high and low for these. These are my push-on, push-off buttons. I looked and I looked and I couldn't find them anywhere. I'm going to use that for the cooling fan, which I think I explained that yesterday. So I'm happy I can do that. Not today, but I can do that. And this is going to be powering my camera's power supply. I am no longer going to have alligator clips on the batteries, which is really annoying. So this could be wired directly in, power in, power out, and it is 25 watts. That's more than enough to power all 7 of those, even if I was running 7 cameras at once, which I won't be doing. It's got enough power to do that. And this is 24 volts to 5 volts, so this will be connected directly to power as well. So I guess that's my project for today. And then put everything back together, put the seat on, and I'm all ready to go. Well, for a quick tour today, I'm not going to continue my street tours until everything's all ready to go. It's already 4:30 right now, so I kind of slept a little bit later today. I was up late this morning doing stuff, so I got to bed late. So I'm just going to go for a quick tour and just see how things are working. I'm not doing anything with the lights yet. They're still hooked up. Oops. That's the strobe light. They're still hooked up. They're still going. Strobe light's still hooked up. I haven't done anything. The only thing I've taken apart is the camera power supply. And that's the only thing I'm working on today. So I got 2 good days coming up, tomorrow and the day after. And then I'm going to go back to this and do all the rest of the electrical stuff. And work on the front end. Get everything painted up. Looking nice. The monster looks nice right now. I got all the dirt cleaned off of it. I should paint the rims too. They're horrible. They're just like bare aluminum. All the paint's peeled off of them and there's more coming off. So let's get this party started. drain. Cheap dollar store crap, it doesn't stick. Got it. So I'll give you a close-up of what I'm doing here. Yeah, the screw that comes up from underneath, and it's got a rubber washer. Got a rubber washer in between that and the bar, and another rubber washer at the top. This will serve two purposes. It's nice and solid. It'll keep things from rattling, and it'll help keep the rain out. That's what I'm doing there. Well, so far so good. Something I hadn't anticipated is I cut off too much of the pipe and wanted to leave more than half, which I didn't do. I don't know why. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. So when I put the end cap on, there's not enough to hold it tight. So, hot glue gun. Fix that problem. And this one here, I cut a slot in the bottom. Make it easier to reach the switch. And it's perfect. The other advantage to doing it this way is when the cord's plugged in, yeah, I'm not going to have all this excess hanging around. I got a solution for that. So when the camera's plugged in, even if rain does come down, the wire's hanging down, it's not going to come down the wire and go up into it. So gravity helping me out on that one. And same thing, holes at the bottom. Keep the rain from going up inside. A button switch for the strobe light I will hook up later, but power supply is going to be permanently wired at the moment. So if you ever do USB work on the ports, if you look at it from the front, you get the flat bar on the bottom. It's got the terminal strips attached to it. One on the left is ground, the one on the right is the positive supply, 5 volts, and the two in the middle are data, which I don't need to be worrying about. I won't be making use of them. So if I did mess up and I blow this up, it's no big deal. Moment of truth. We have power. Awesome. I'm happy. So for now, till I do all the wiring. Again, if you'd like to see what I'm doing, try that again. So for now, until I get all the wiring ready to go, I'm just gonna stick this somewhere, keep it from falling out of the scooter, onto the road, under the tire, ripping it off, whatever, this, that, and the other thing. Fly. Oh, flies are nuts today. So, I take my polarizer filter in and clean it. Because when I was trying to pound out that hinge pin, I kind of knocked it off and it hit the ground and got all dusty. At least it didn't break. I was worried about that. So, all ready to go. I just gotta go inside and I'm going to change because there's some pretty nice cool air coming in here. It's nice for working, but I don't want to be driving. I got to put some pants on. And grab my good camera and go for a tour. The problem with that filter is it's only got 2 threads. You got to get it just right, otherwise it doesn't seem to work proper. As you can see, it can fall off. I don't want that to happen. Too expensive. And to adjust it, I was going to use the van that was parked across the street because the sun was reflecting off the window, but it just drove away. So I guess I can't use that as a guide, so I'm not sure how it's set right now. All ready for Timmy's. I've been using the same cup for 3 days. I'm surprised it's not leaking yet. So, time to go get a new one.